Hello, everybody. Today, we are going to be attempting to prove the It's a Cylinder guy to be telling the truth. Let's get into it. To set a basis, I'm going to be taking everything that this man says seriously, but I will be taking it with a grain of salt, as it is still a possibility that his special cylinder might just be his banana. Upon reading the thread, you would think it would be obvious that this man has gotten his schlong stuck in a mini M&M's tube. But if you read a little closer, you can see him talking about how it's valuable and that it is important to keep it undamaged. So that's when I came up with scenario 1. It's family related. Perhaps the man in question could have gotten something like a tube stuck into it. The tube that he had gotten stuck may have been filled with ashes of his grandparents, dog, or possibly some jewelry like a necklace. Some evidence to prove this is probably something you yourself have done before, or at least I have done, and in that case I'm not normal. Holding a thin chain of sorts and slowly lowering it onto your palm. This shows just how compact a chain can be, which is why something as the size of a mini M&M's tube could fit some jewelry or ashes of a loved one. Although, I don't think you would put the ashes in a mini M&M's tube, but who knows. Old Pop Pop could have been in love with the green M&M. Scenario 2. Supervillain. In the replies to this question, someone said to call the police, but the reply was immediately shut down by our defendant, stating, emergency services usually don't take kindly to calls about failed experiments, which is reason to believe he might just be a man experimenting in his garage. That just may or may not be a goon cave. There's nothing to prove that it's not a goon cave, but, keeping the possibilities open. To add evidence on, when given suggestions, he says something along the lines of, I will keep that in mind next time I try and do this experiment, which is reason to believe he may just be a supervillain experimenting with his new invention. He even says, why would a cylinder change size on its own? That's clearly a man who's telling the truth right there. When told to wait for it to shrink, it's a possibility that the banana and butter were a fuel source of some kind and the tube a vessel. Scenario 3. We all saw this coming. It's his dick. Yeah, we all knew it was coming. It's kind of obvious that this was a possibility. Our person in question even has stated, when told to put nail polish remover on it to dry it out, he said that will cause discomfort, which I think is a sign that he got his schlong stuck. He also does not want to share specifics of my experiment with strangers when asked to show pictures. So, I think we've reached a verdict. This buffoon was gooning to the green M&M and got his penis stuck in a mini M&M's tube. Make sure to like and subscribe if you like this content.